All right, welcome to Akana's Knowing the Importance of Your Blood Type. My name is Kayaetta Cooks. I'll be your presenter for this evening. I'm a certified wellness coach with Akana, and Akana means in the hands of God. And so for the next few minutes, you'll be in the hands of God as I share some life-changing information with you. Now, before I get into it, I want to ask you to make sure that you have pen and paper, and while you're hearing this information, I want you to write down who comes to mind. Who do you love, care, and support? Who who may need to hear this information. I want you to write their name down. Why? Because we have an opportunity for them to hear this call again live on Saturday at 10 a.m. That's Central Standard Time. Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time in person at our Akana headquarters at 411 East 35th Street on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then back here again on Thursday evening at 6 p.m. You want to invite them on this call so that they can hear exactly what you heard so that we together can get better together. So let's talk about the health crises that we're ignoring. See, we understand that heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and a shortened life has been identified as the top four health crises that's plaguing the United States. In fact, heart disease is coming in at number one leading cause of death globally, often related to high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and poor lifestyles. And when we're talking about diabetes, we're talking about poorly controlled diabetes that can lead to heart, kidney, and nerve damage. And then when we're talking about cancer, cancer is right behind heart disease, claiming nearly 600,000 lives annually and more. And a shortened life, well, that could be a number of things. It could be environmental factors, behavioral and social factors, things like overconsumption of alcohol and smoking. Nonetheless, these four has been identified as the major health crises that's plaguing our communities. And when we look at the root of the problem, we have to look at what our CEO, Melissa Boston, has called suicide. Why? Because we're digging our graves with our fork. So when you're looking at the original diet, which is plants, herbs, and fruit from the trees, right? We understand that that was at one point in time very nutritious for our body, just as is. But over a period of time, what has happened is we have compromised our integrity and our character and compromising our diet by adding things like trans fat and pesticides, things that are causing the health crisis that I just mentioned in the beginning. And when we're dealing with heart disease, we want you to know that that's the number one silent killer. And in 2020, nearly 700,000 people died from cardiovascular disease. In fact, about 1 in 5 heart attacks are silent. And the problem is that the damage is done, but the person is not even aware of it. Can you imagine? It's almost like death right then and there. You may even be gone. And you may, like my sister who is 47, who's had a heart attack and an aneurysm at 46 now, at 46 it happened. She was unaware. She's still with us. But guess what? We're facing what we need is a miracle, the silent killer. And in fact, when we're talking about our young people, there's been an alarming number of our 14 and 19-year-olds that are showing as much as 40% blocked arteries. And guess what? Do you know the significance of age 45 for African Americans? I'll wait. It's the dangerous levels of atherosclerosis. What do I mean by that? Well, let's give an example of a very good, healthy artery. See, the one on the left, it's at optimal level, right? That's optimal health. You see that there's no blockage within that artery. It's clean, it's a clear avenue for blood and oxygen to travel to and fro. The outer wall is very thin and the endothelium level is thin. But over a period of time, right, whether it's due to any of the four health crises that we talked about, right, if it's due to the chewicide that we talked about, the food that we're eating, what happens is that optimal becomes borderline. The walls begin to thicken, plaque begins to build up, then borderline becomes high. Right. And you start feeling these signs, right? But before you know it, that artery is completely blocked. And we're talking about dangerous levels of atherosclerosis, where now you're faced with a heart attack, silent killer, or aneurysm or stroke, right? So the statistics say that in the African American community, we are 2 times more likely to die from heart disease. Isn't that crazy? So when I heard of Akana's vision, which is this: our vision is a world where everyone has access to nutrition and resources they need, not want, but need to thrive, creating healthier, more resilient communities through personalized wellness for your blood type, your blood type. We're breaking cycles of disease and poverty, empowering families to build a legacy of health and prosperity for generations to come. I heard that, Marion, when I heard that, I just knew that I was in the right place at the right times. Now, we talked about the crisis, but let's get into 5 key reasons why these problems impact our communities. Number one is going to be the lack of understanding blood types. And for that very reason, Akana is committed to helping 1 million families learn their blood type. Come hand in hand with us and help us, right? And so there are 4 blood types: A, B, O, and AB. If you're on the line and you know your blood type, because I always like to check who's in the room, go ahead and put in the chat, what's your blood type? See, for me, I'm an AB. And when I learned my AB, it was a Dr. Betty that leaned into me and said, do you know that your blood type is a powerful genetic fingerprint that identifies you as surely as your DNA? Can you believe that? Can you believe that? And so when we're talking about the blood types, if you're a blood type A, you're considered an agrarian, nature's vegetarians, prone to digestive and heart issues. So red meat, shrimp, crab, lobster, and dairy can be especially harmful to a blood type A. They are naturally creative and inventive. Let's give it up for the blood type A's, right? And they require peace and harmony. And if you're a blood type B, you were originally known to be barbaric because you had to go out and get it. But then you migrated into a more balanced state of being. So a blood type B's diet thrives on a diverse diet, but chicken, shrimp, crab, and lobster can disrupt their health. They have a more balanced immune and digestive system. Yay, right? And they are resilient, those blood type Bs, but they tend to suffer from autoimmune diseases, IBS, and other issues. And if you're a blood type O, the most oldest ancient blood type that exists, they thrive on a high protein diet. However, catfish, pork, dairy, refined carbs, white wine, and gluten can cause significant issues. They are strong, those blood type O's. You'll always know when a blood type O is in the room. They have a strong immune system and a strong digestive system. However, they tend to experience more ulcers and arthritis and thyroid issues than any other blood type. And if you're blood type AB, You have a complex and modern blood type. You're the rarest blood type. Blood type O's are universal givers. Blood type ABs are universal receivers. We're a blended trait of blood type A and B. Therefore, blood type ABs must balance the dietary restrictions of both types for optimal health. So your blood type is the key to unlocking your body's nutritional blueprint. Your blood type is the single most important determinant in how your body interacts with the food you eat and if those foods will cause three things: inflammation, digestive problems, and or weight gain. And you might be asking, well, what's in the food? What's in the food? Well, there's these gremlins that we call lectins, right? That's in the food. And they attack your blood cells, especially depending on what blood type you have. Now, no worries because our immune system primarily is designed to protect us from the lectins. 95% of them are sloughed off by the body. But guess what? 5% of those lectins find their way to be filtered into the bloodstreams where they react, and not only react, they destroy red and white blood cells. And when that happens, your immune system is compromised. And when that happens, now you are susceptible to sickness and disease. And so when we're talking about your blood type, understand this. Now, although this is just a sample list, we want you to remember that one person's food is another person's poison. So, although this is just a sample list of foods considered toxic for your various blood type, we have a vast list of your do's and your don'ts. So, you want to make sure you get that chart, right? And we want to make sure that you read the 4 blood types, 4 diets, eat right for your blood type that Dr. Peter J. Diamo released in 1996, where he picked up the mantle from his father, who did decades of research on the very information that was hid from us. So if you're blood type A, tomatoes, bananas, red meat, potatoes, shrimp is poison to a blood type A. Blood type B, we're talking about chicken, avocado, yes, avocado, black beans, shrimp, crustaceans like lobster and crab, poison, toxic, a killer to a blood type B. Blood type O's is catfish. I know. Stop crying. Of avocado, oranges. Yes, can you believe it? Oranges, oranges. White wine, cashews, toxic to a blood type O. ABs, chicken. I love chicken. 6 wings, mild sauce, fried hard, lemon pepper. That was me in Harold's. Give me some. Poison, bananas, black beans, avocado, shrimp. Now you might be thinking, whoa, I like some of that stuff. I need to know my blood type. Absolutely. Why learn your blood type? Because, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, it will give you the power to break the generational cycle of what? Poverty, sickness, and illness, right? We want you to know, by knowing your blood type, the power is in your hands. So think about it. If they give you the wrong blood, it could kill you. Yes? Absolutely. So think about this. If you eat the wrong food, it would probably be killing you slowly as well. So you might be thinking, well, you've laid this on thick. This is a lot to be thinking about. Why? I just want to know why. Why are we just learning that food impacts our blood cells based on blood type? Well, I'll tell you, if it isn't taught in medical school or created by Big Pharma, it isn't promoted in the United States. In fact, it's always been big business equals profits over people. So think about it. Think about it. We're talking about cigarettes, highly promoted, yet highly addicted, yet highly connected to heart disease, cancer. Should I say more? That's enough right there. Trans fats clogging our arteries, right? High blood pressure, high cholesterol, right? But it's highly promoted, highly, very cheap, very cheap. And they advertise long shelf life. right? But killing us slowly and softly. 5G cell phones, right? Always need an upgrade, right? Always highly promoted. You must get this. Matter of fact, they make it hard for you to even get reception unless you got it, right? Killer, a killer. GMOs, genetically modified organisms. We're eating food from a lab. Food, I mean, they are literally taking natural food from the earth and from the trees, and they are recreating it because of the heavy assumption of the food we're eating. Can we say suicide? And then milk. Milk does the body good, pass it on, right? Well, are they also promoting that it passes on mucus, inflammation? Does it? We're the only mammals that drink another mammal's milk. Think about it. We better get that almond milk and that oat milk, right? So you might be saying still, well, Kayaetta, well, you laying it on thick. Well, who else? Who's doing this? Because it's my first time hearing it. Oh, I heard something like this, but I just didn't hear it quite like this, right? Well, what countries are adhering to the blood type philosophy? Japan is. What country is mainly not? United States, and there's a direct correlation between eating for your blood type and life expectancy. In fact, Japan comes in at number one, longest life expectancy with an average of 85 years. However, they celebrate the most of their centennials. Now, where does United States fit in? A disappointing, disgusting 50th place with the average life expectancy of 76 for Americans. And in our very own community, we're even less than that, barely 72 years. Now, I don't know about you, but I had a problem with that. I had a problem with that. In fact, at 49 years old, I was wondering when my mom and dad passed, I was wondering if I was next. Fastly approaching 300 pounds, migraine headaches, could barely walk at 49. I had been athletic all my life. But then somebody opened their mouth and asked me, did I know my blood type? And said, I got to introduce you to some people in the corner. You got to be in the room. That's what they told me. You got to be in the room. And I've always learned when people say you need to be in the room, you need to be in the room. So I made sure I got in that room. And what I found out was that by following the blood type diet, there's been anecdotal evidence, and now I'm one of them, that shows that millions of people reported positive improvements by adhering to the blood type practices. In fact, you can protect yourself from common viruses and infections and take a stand. Yes, take a stand against life threatening diseases. You can achieve your ideal weight, slow the aging process, and even reverse it and cleanse your body of toxins and unhealthy fats. Somebody need to get excited. Somebody need to get excited. So that's the importance of knowing your blood type. And so let's get into the second reason. The second reason is going to be dangerous levels of oxidation. See, researchers have finally identified one of the most important contributors to heart disease, wrinkles, cancer, arthritis, and many of the other problems associated with getting older. That's oxidation. Right. So you see that banana, right? Now that banana wasn't in the store looking like that unless, they were, slacking and lacking, right? But usually when you pick them up, they should be green or yellow. But by the time you get them home, they start to change. What do you think they're doing when you eat them? Start looking like those screws over there to the right. And so what's the answer to oxidation, fighting oxidation? That's going to be antioxidants. See, fruits and vegetables are loaded with plant compounds called phytonutrients. Are they in your diet? Are you eating enough of them? And see, when we're talking about fruits and vegetables, we're talking about they have the antioxidant abilities. In fact, phytonutrients have shown, get a load of this, to disable cancer causing substances as well. What are you saying, Kayaetta? What I'm saying is that we can be proactive instead of reactive. So let's get into the third key reason that heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and a shortened life is attacking our community. It's going to be omega-3 deficiencies. See, when that happens, when you don't have enough, and we have plenty of 6 and 9s, but when you lack omega-3s, the following happens. Cardiovascular health is at risk. See, there's an increased risk of heart disease, strokes, and high blood pressure. Cognitive decline, where you see an increased risk of depression, anxiety, Alzheimer's, and dementia. Chronic inflammation, which accelerates the progression of diabetes, arthritis, cancer, and autoimmune disease. What about metabolic health? Weight gain, obesity, and metabolic syndrome? Or what about a non-alcoholic fatty liver? Yes, you can have a fatty liver and not drink a day in your life. And when that happens and goes untreated, it can progress to liver cirrhosis or liver cancer. The lack of omega-3s. Your immune function compromised. It weakens your immune function, making the body more susceptible to infections. You want to know why you keep getting sick over and over and over again? And your bone health, which increases the risk of osteoporosis, leading to fractures and a higher risk of complications, especially in older adults. Why are we okay with our older adults being diagnosed with osteoporosis? Let's be proactive instead of reactive. Let's get into the fourth reason why. There's the fourth reason of the key crisis. We're talking about unhealthy gut. See, gut issues arise when our diet includes improper food choices and lacks sufficient fiber, probiotics, and prebiotics. See, 70% of our immune system is in our gut. And if you've heard the word microbiome, that is your gut, right? So signs of gut issues is going to be digestive issues, not going on a regular basis. If you eat 2 to 3 times a day, what comes in gotta come out. If you're not going on a regular basis, you can have an unhealthy gut, a weakened immune system, malabsorption, nutritional deficiencies, inflammation, skin problems, mental health challenges, weight gain, hormonal imbalances, and autoimmune conditions, an unhealthy gut. And the fifth key reasons why the health crises are affecting our community, it's going to be parasite invasions. See, if you've ever eaten any meat, if you have ever eaten fruit and it was improperly cleaned, it is very high likely, fish too, very high likely, very likely that you have parasites. If you've never did a parasite cleanse, not just killed the parasites, but had them removed out of your body, you have parasites. And when parasites are left unremoved, chronic infections and inflammation begins to play a major role in your health issues. So it leads to heart disease, diabetes, chronic fatigue, and autoimmune disorders. They've even found parasites in the presence of autopsies. Parasites are invading our organs, brain, lungs, and liver. And let's not get into mental health. When parasites invade the brain, it causes depression, anxiety, and even schizophrenia. Do we need another prescription, or do we need to detox and cleanse? Now, I named a lot of stuff. I talked about a lot of stuff that I know I either was dealing with or I know somebody who was. I hope you had that pen and paper ready, and I hope you were writing down some names. If not, it's not too late. Write their names down because they need to hear this information. Because now I want you to get excited. It was heavy. The first part was heavy, but now we're about to get into some hope here because Akana came up with an amazing solution called Five Steps to Generational Health. Now, before I get into this solution, I have to give this disclaimer. Our products is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information provided herein is for informational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for advice from your physician or your healthcare professionals. If you are pregnant, nursing, taking medication, or have a medical condition, please consult your healthcare provider before using any nutritional supplements, and individual results may vary. Now, I love to add my little own disclaimer right here. I just want to let you know that our company was founded by four amazing African American women, along with an amazing medical advisory board. And our products are organic, all natural, and third party tested. Right. And our medical advisory board, our certified wellness coaches will go to the vet to make sure that people are in a position to bring their body back to balance and enjoy a great legacy of health. And so let's get into the solution. Number one is going to be, do you know your blood type? Because your blood type is a more reliable measure of your identity. Get a load of this than your race, your culture, or geography. It is a genetic blueprint for who you are and a guide to how you can live most healthfully. And the second solution is going to be to learn what's best for you, because food that heals one can harm another. So your blood type matters. Your food matters. Your health matters. You can't do anything great with your food, your health being at its worst. Your legacy, your health legacy matters. What do I mean by that? See, you're here to get it for you, but then we want to empower you to turn around and give it to your family so that the legacy continues. Now, the third solution is going to be to purchase the option that works best based on your goals. See, it's not good enough to just know your blood type. It's not good enough to know what foods are good for you and what foods are not. See, we have to apply what we've learned. We have to apply what we've learned. So we have to get into the solutions. We know if we're dealing with health issues, if we know, even if we don't have any health issues that we know of, because there's the knowing and the unknowing, right? We know that we have not been eating according to our blood type. Therefore, we could have clogged arteries and unhealthy gut and all the things that I talked about before. So we got to clean it out. So option number one is going to be the blood type support kit. And this kit includes herbal tea. That's amazing. Very powerful. Nutrition and an optional testing for all blood types. It is designed to kickstart the cleansing of your colon and blood. Now, the key word is kickstart, and I'll get into that in a minute. See, the first package is only $59.95, and it includes a blood type test, bitters, detox, meal plan, a sample meal replacement shake called the Fuel, and your individual digital blood type download. Feel free to take a snapshot. If you know your blood type already, you're always welcome to choose option number two without the blood type kit. However, we believe in paying it forward, right? And so we want you to definitely get option number one should you choose, and then bless someone with it, somebody in your family. And if no one in your family knows their blood type, then bless a friend, right? And so let's get into the packet a little bit more. See, the first when it comes to cleansing, you want to first detoxify your blood cells. Most detoxifications, they focus on the blood, but you want to detox your gut and the blood cells. So the flat belly bitters are a powerful tool for a quick 4-day detox. Real quick, 4-day, primarily due to its impact on digestion and liver function. So here's how it works. It's going to boost your digestion by stimulating the production of digestive enzymes, bile, and stomach acid, which is very essential. Then it's going to regulate your appetite and reduce cravings for unhealthy foods. I don't know about you, but I definitely needed that. It's going to support your liver detoxification by filtering out toxins from the blood. And it's going to eliminate fat-soluble toxins through the digestive system. It's going to clean it out. Then it's going to alkalize the body and reduce inflammation. And then it's going to improve your microbiome, which is your gut, by promoting the growth of beneficial bacteria and inhibiting harmful bacteria. And then also in the kit, you have that flat belly fuel, and it comes in a delicious cocoa berry fusion and vanilla. Now, we are so proud of this product because it's the world's first, and it is our proprietary product. And it targets those 5 key areas that I just talked about, those 5 key problems. So it is great for all blood types. It's loaded with antioxidant protection. It's loaded with omega fatty acids, especially omega 3s. We're going to make sure that gut health is on point with the prebiotics, probiotics, and fiber. And guess what? We are getting those parasites out that body with the elimination of the parasites. So you get all of that in the flat belly fuel choco berry fusion. So now it's a sample, so it's gonna last you about 4 or 5 days. So you definitely want to make sure that you get the big size version. Don't miss out on that. And when I say don't miss out on that, it's because we have a sale right now. Now it goes off tomorrow, which will be the first, right? If you're a new customer, you get 10% off all the time. You get 10% off. We're blessing you with the 10%. But if you purchase in the month of July, so this is the last day, you want to put your order in so you can get an extra 10% off. That's 20% off. And if you have an order over $150, they're going to throw an extra 5% in. So that's 25% off. So I want to make sure that you get that package number 1. Or if you need some little more attention, you need your health plan, your detox to be a little bit more personalized because you're dealing with some other things, right? We want to recommend the personalized wellness plan for you. In fact, it's a 7-day refresh. And this pack is a nutrient pack program that helps cleanse your digestive system, boost your immune system, and boost your energy and shed up to 10 pounds, leaving you feeling lighter and revitalized. Now, this cleanse is only $119, but don't forget the sale. Now, when I used the 7-day, that was the first cleanse that I did. I lost 13 pounds. So you can leave. I mean, the results vary. So I was coachable. And you get a certified coach. Can you get a load of that? You don't just get a product, you get a certified coach that coaches you through that cleanse. So don't do it by yourself. Make sure you got a coach so you can get the maximum results. And in this pack, you're going to get the Purifier, which is a liquid colonic plus a full body cleanse. You're going to get the Eliminator, which removes the parasites and reduces mucus. And then you're going to get what's called the Regenerator. Why? Because after we've cleansed you all out, the gut and the blood, right? We need to put the good stuff back in. We got to restore the body with superfoods, fiber, probiotics, and prebiotics. And guess what? You get another gift. We're just a gift that keeps on giving because you're gonna get a QR code that allows you to download your personalized blood type 21-day regimen or use the neutral plan that's included in the kit. Now you see on the right-hand side what it looks like when you drop 10 pounds of waste. Some people say, well, I don't want to lose weight. No, we are focused on the waste that is in that gut because it's about the overall health of your journey, right? And so you might be thinking, well, I look like Billy on the right-hand side. Well, guess what? we're going to recommend the 21-day reset. This program helps detoxify your body, restore the balance, and promotes significant weight loss of 8 to 25 pounds while building a foundation for lasting health. Now, this is only $279, but again, you get to take advantage of the discount should you purchase in July. Now, on day one, you see Billy, three babies. Day 21, he delivered the triplets, right? 30 pounds of waste in 21 days. Unbelievable. So, what comes in this kit? Everything that comes in a 7 day, just it lasts for 21 days. So, I don't know about you or what your health goals are, but we definitely encourage you to get back to the person that invited you on this call or allowed you to watch this recording and tell them, I want to look like Tanisha, right? Or I want to look like any of these other results, right? Where people stepped up and said, I want to take charge of my health journey and I want to live my best life. And I know that I don't have to deal with the sickness and illness and the diseases that have plagued the United States. Sign me up, right? And so Yvette, 100-day results. She was so excited that she wrote a book, My Guide to Your 100-Day Journey to a Better Health. And Ernestine Davis, to the right of us, says switching to foods tailored to my blood type helped me lose belly fat, improve my digestion, and achieve fourth place in a bikini contest at 63 years young. Can you believe it? 64 where? And
Wow.
also on the left hand side is our other entrepreneurs, Dr. Yakima and Karen Carruthers, and they competed in a bikini contest. And you see what products they use? Not only did they cleanse, they used that flat belly fuel. Now you might be saying, all right, the cleanse is good, but I have some more aggressive weight loss goals, right? Then hemp Govy is the game changer. Why? Because we want you to drink your way slim. We want you to know that hemp Govy is a shot worth taking. And our new line of drinkables allow you to ditch the injectables and drink your way to a slimmer waist and a flatter tummy. Now, I want you to take a snapshot of this game changer. And why is it called a game changer? Because it's packed with powerful plant-based ingredients. And hemp Govy works synergistically. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Got you.
Thank you. Hemp
No
Govy works.
problem.
Thank you. Hemp works synergistically to target key areas of weight management while promoting overall wellness. So the key benefits is that it burns fat naturally. It boosts your metabolism. It curbs your appetite. It supports your digestive health. It promotes your overall balance. So those that are dealing with stress or mood swings or you're emotionally eating, you want to not only detox, but you want to look at this hemp Goldie if you're looking to lose weight. Now, what's in this game changer? Take a snapshot because there's 8 key ingredients that make this product like none other on the shelves. Now it's time for elevation. As I said in the beginning, we are a CBD wellness company, right? And so we want to educate you on the amazing benefits of CBD. And we want you to know that we formulate our proprietary blends of herbs and botanicals to elevate your well-being. Well, you might be saying, what is CBD? CBD is a compound that naturally occurs in industrial hemp, the hemp plant, and out of more than 85 different cannabinoids, it is the second most common to delta 9. Unlike THC, CBD is non-psychotropic. And THCA, which is also a compound that naturally occurs in the industrial hemp plant, and out of more than 100 different cannabinoids, THCA is non-psychoactive. and it's a precursor to THC. That it's found in raw cannabis. Now, when you heat up the THCA, whether it's through smoking, vaping, or cooking, THCA converts into THC when it's heated. And then it's the psychoactive compound. Now, why is that important? It's important because we want you to know that you can take advantage of the benefits of CBD without the high. See, we have what's called an endocannabinoid system. And so when it comes to our endocannabinoid system, we found out that you can consider cannabis as a holistic solution. See, unlike pharmaceuticals that often target single symptoms, cannabinoids interact with the ECS to provide systemic benefits, offering a more natural approach to health and wellness. Simply put, it brings the body back into balance. So we understand that cannabis and the blood type diet can be just for someone who's dealing with some other issues. So cannabis reduces inflammation, it helps manage stress, and improves the digestive system. So if you're blood type A, who deals with lower stomach acid, higher stress, and susceptibility to heart disease, or B, that's susceptible to autoimmune conditions and nervous system disorders, or blood type O, which deals with higher risk of inflammation conditions, arthritis, and over-acidity, or blood type AB, was sensitive to digestive and immune stressors. We want you to know by leveraging the properties of CBD and cannabis alongside the blood type diet, individuals may achieve a more balanced, harmonious approach to wellness tailored to their unique biological predisposition. Did you catch that? There. I'll replace there with your, right? I'm not sure what it is that you need, right? But I want you to get back to the person that invited you and tell them everything that's going on, because you may need to add the raw cannabis trend, THCA, to your diet. See, the raw THCA aligns with plant-based diets, offering therapeutic benefits without the high, similar to juicing cannabis leaves or flowers. So our Diamond Star, right, will put you in a position to benefit from the conditions of arthritis, autoimmune disorders, anti-inflammatory issues, neuroprotective issues, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, chronic pain, cancer. Take a snapshot, right? You may need to add the Diamond Star to your plan, your health plan. Now there's over 70 plus products. I don't have time to go over them all, but I'll drop these nuggets real quick. If you're a coffee lover, our plant-based coffee is amazing. Essential oils are thebomb.com. Our pain relief, our pain cream, number one seller, topical. It's amazing. The hair, our hemp powered hair for healthy hair. My edges were gone. I started using that oil. Oh my goodness, I got edges for days. Okay, culinary fusion. Our seasoning is amazing, especially our garlic fire. So we have so many products, but you know what? We need you to tell us what it is that you want and need, and we got you, right? And so I talked about earlier about a comprehensive health test, which is $1,000 value. I call this a health GPS. It will be able to capture your omega-3s, your gut health, your vitamins and minerals, your heart, liver, and kidneys. Where are you? Where are you? Let's talk about where you want to be, and then we'll supply solutions in between. Now, I don't know how you put a value on that, but you can get that comprehensive health test for just $189 should you not choose to take advantage of any of our products. However, we want to put an incentive on the table that when you enroll in one of our auto ships, you can get that comprehensive health test for just $50. Just $50. Now, I don't know. You heard my testimony. I don't know what your testimony is going to be, but I hope that you can answer this question. What health legacy will you create and pass on to future generations? Why? Because your blood type matters, your food matters, your health matters, your legacy matters. And just remember this: food that heals one can harm another. And I want to just as I close out, I want to give this other option. If you are blown away by the information I shared with you today, we want you to consider definitely coming aboard with us and helping us get this word out. Maybe your desire may be to become a wellness influencer or a certified coach like I became, and so many thousands of others. Why? Because you get an opportunity to not only transform your health, but earn income as well. You want to gain access to all the products you need to elevate your health while earning 20 to 40% commission on all retail purchases made through your very own site. And so when we talk about influencers, Stormy Steele and Lee, they sold millions in one session. And so can you imagine if you sold or offered and educated people on knowing their blood type? 1 million people. Can you imagine the revenue that will come in? So take a snapshot, because this is our wellness influencer pack, loaded with products, services, coaching, development, workshops, the works. And it gives you the opportunity to leave a lasting legacy and impact on your community and beyond. And maybe you want to go a step higher and become a certified wellness coach. $14.99. When I was shopping around for a course for a certified wellness coach, I was looking at 3,000 or more. Now, this package loaded with products, make sure you take a screenshot, over $3,000 value, right? Go ahead and take advantage of that. We would love for you to become a game changer for us, and a game changer indeed. Why? Because influencers hold the power to shape brand perception, drive massive sales, and create personal connections with audience. And those who ignore this trend risk falling behind a rapid evolving digital economy. And the influencer economy isn't just a trend, it's the future of marketing. And get a load of this: the fourth thing we want you to do is make a real decision. Transform your diet and dramatically improve your health. And the fifth thing we want you to do is make a commitment to break the cycle of generational illness and share the gift of health. Now, that concludes my presentation, but I want you to definitely get back to the person that invited you, the person that sent you this video, and tell them exactly where you want to begin. Is it option number one, blood pack kit? Is it a 7-day? Is it a 21-day? Is it a certified wellness coach or an influencer? Whatever it is, we're here to serve you. We're here to help you. And guess what? We want you to have an Akana day. Good night.
Good night.